Episode 145, A Game Well Played. Charlie Wrong. Repeating the name, Alex Robinson sounded intrigued. He's as influential as our dad. Are you sure you're looking into his family? The military ranking of Charlie Wrong was the same as Carson Robinson's. The two had always maintained peace in public, while fighting secretly. If Alex suddenly looked into Stephen Wrong and was noticed by Charlie, it would be a lot of trouble. Because he knew that, Jake did not look further into what Stephen Wrong had done after knowing who he was, for the fear that he might get the Robinson family into trouble. But now, Jake sneered. The coldness in his tone almost froze Alex over the phone. I want him to know exactly that I am looking into his family. Given how things had developed, Stephen Wrong had definitely played a role in it. If it were not for him, last time in Carson Robinson's study, the truth would have been exposed already. The collaboration between Lila Cox and Stephen Wrong was very close. The enemy was in the dark. Even until this day, Jake had no idea where Stephen was hiding, and with what identity when he helped Lila Cox with her dirty laundry. Making some noise was the best way to locate him and get back to him. Although Charlie Wrong was Carson Robinson's nemesis, he was an upstanding man. If he noticed that Alex was looking into Stephen, he would investigate into the reason behind it as well. By then, Jake would probably be able to find the guy. Even through the phone, Alex could hear the bloodthirst in Jake's voice. With a sigh, he commented, It is such a shame that you did not join the military. Jake had the courage, resources, and ruthlessness to be a great soldier. If he had joined the military, he would at least be the equal of Alex Robinson. Unfortunately, he was in the business world. Okay, since my younger brother has asked me, I'll help you. Wait for the good news. Brother, Grandpa is in the hospital. Did you know that? Alex's voice suddenly became serious. When did it happen? Jake briefly stated what had happened and Alex bristled. Is Mom dumb? That kind of thing... Forget it. Wait for me. I'll be home right away. Alex Robinson and his father Carson arrived at the hospital at the same time. When the two met, they both looked upset. In Captain Robinson's room, Nola and Nanny Harper were taking care of him, but Jake was gone. Seeing that, Mr. Robinson lowered his voice and growled indignantly. Where is that boy? Ask him to get his ass over here now. Nanny Harper quickly explained. Serena just passed out, and he's looking after her in next door. Passed out? Carson calmed down a bit. What happened? Nanny Harper briefed Mr. Robinson on what had happened, and then sobbed, feeling bad for Serena. I had no idea that he was like this. I don't understand why he did what he did. Poor Serena. Why was she married to him? However, Nanny Harper immediately noticed that everyone around her was from the Robinson family, and thus on Jake's side. She immediately became silent. Wiping away her tears, Nanny Harper said, I'll go check on her. Carson Robinson took a deep breath, did not stop her, and looked to Captain Robinson, lying in the hospital bed. Captain Robinson's eyelids seemed to be moving. Nola went up and cried in surprise. Father, you're awake? Not having enough strength to open his eyes, Captain Robinson lifted his palm weakly and gave her a light push. Although no strength was used, it clearly showed Captain Robinson's attitude of rejection. Nola looked pale and awkward.
Where is Jake? Get him over here.
Grandpa! Alex called. Looking at Alex, Captain Robinson's voice was weak.
Alex, get your brother here. Right now.
Alex nodded and went out. Checking the 2 neighboring rooms, he found Jake in the room on the left side. Jake was sitting on Serena's bed, holding her hand without the drip needle attached. Noticing Alex had come, Jake only glanced at him. Tearing up, Nanny Harper looked at Jake with eyes full of blame. Feeling the tension, Alex walked over and said, "Grandpa asked you to go over. He seems to be mad." Jake had seen it coming, so he put down Serena's hand and got up. The moment he brushed past Alex, the latter asked, "Brother, did you really do it with Lila?" Jake paused and clenched his fists. A strong sense of helplessness hit him. No one believed him. Nobody. Leering at Alex, Jake simply said, "She is not good enough." "Then how do you explain the test report? It has Dad's name on it, and the number is too high to be a coincidence. It is also stamped by Alex First Military Hospital." Before Alex finished speaking, Jake's phone rang. It was Drake Howard. After he picked up, Jake heard Drake's voice. "Hello? Hello? How did it go?" "I figured it out. There were 2 test results in the system, both with your dad's name. However, the first one was marked 0.00%, and the second one marked 72.31%. There was a lapse of time in between, but... But I just checked the surveillance camera and found the footage being rigged. I could not find out when they did the test or with whom. It is tricky. Is it Stephen wrong again? Very likely. He is getting better and better. Even I couldn't find out where he is or who he is. Quite terrifying. As if he had disappeared into thin air. I know who he is. You don't have to worry about it for now. Do me another favor. What? In Barton Hills, I have a property. Jake suddenly paused. Alex clearly noticed the sharp and calculative look in Jake's eyes. He was a bit shocked, feeling like his younger brother was getting more and more mysterious. What was he trying to do at this point? Jake simply said, "I'll tell you later." Then he hung up and walked out. Alex Robinson felt like it was inappropriate for him to stay in a woman's room, so he followed his brother out. Hearing them going away, Serena eventually opened her eyes and looked at the door, disappointed.
"Ma'am?"
Nanny Harper gladly asked.
"Do you need some water?"
Serena shook her head and sat up in the bed, feeling terribly bitter. Nanny Harper felt sorry for her. She had watched the couple getting closer and closer from the initial estrangement. And then this happened. Even she could not believe that Jake would do something like this. She was at a loss for words, not knowing how to comfort Serena. Suddenly, Serena gazed at the door. A tall figure was standing there with a pregnant belly, looking at Serena with a smile. It was her.